Oh yeah, here we go. Let's get the party started. Yeah, talking sports with a 12th man, another edition. And Andre, what year we started the show?
Yeah, let's do it.
I heard you say Andre something. What'd you say, Rob?
I said, what year did we start this show, Andre?
There we go.
You can't hear me?
We'll get through this.
I think you wanted to know what year you guys started doing this, Andre.
Rob, I think it was like, don't quote me, I think it was 2007 or so. But
wow,
man, it's been a minute.
20 years, man, doing this show. Wow.
You guys were probably still in high school.
Yeah,
that's right. We like Richard already.
We had big dreams.
Wait,
big dreams.
What a suck up! What a suck up! There he is.
There it is.
We're almost on the 20th.
Make sure it's good. I know JQ just joined here.
We're talking sports with a 12th man.
Wow.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
I'm going to have a drink.
We got the whole crew in here. We got JQ. We got Rich coming off the bench on deck. We got Rob. We got Gary. And yours truly ready for another amazing edition of Talking Sports with the 12th man. We are wrapping up quickly the month of January. We're excited about Super Bowl. A little slower because obviously football is coming to an end, if you will. But a lot of things to talk about. There's still obviously movement. A lot of controversial stuff to get into. We're going to actually throw in some topics as far as college basketball, Major League Baseball, NBA, recaps, portal editions, college football. We are always here to serve. But without further ado, we got to go around the horn, as they say. We got to check in with all the fellas. Look at that. JQ just slid in perfectly. He knows he's first right out the gate. Mr. JQ, how you feeling this evening, sir?
I am good, man. Outside you trying to give me a heart attack with that Harbaugh nonsense earlier. I'm good, man.
I couldn't believe you fell for that one, JQ.
Listen, the crazier things have happened, okay? So I got to ask the questions. I got to verify my sources, right? So now I'm good, bro. Just been running around crazy. How y'all doing?
I wasn't trying to get you, JQ. I was just you didn't say anything. I'm like, what happened, JQ? So I was curious.
Wait. You got an Astros hat on?
I do.
Okay.
I just like the hat, man. I like the style, man. Come on, man. It was kind of fresh, man. I'm like, let's go. I'll take it off in a quick minute because I love.
He's got a Yankees hat too.
Yeah, man. I just like the hats. Now again, I got my haircut on Thursday, so I'm fresh and so clean. But I wanted to start off with the hat, and then I'll be like, bam, so nice and fresh. Got the lineup, growing out the beard, so it's good, man. So I'm in a good place. But I had to show off the hat.
I'm gonna go to the back and get the trash cans and just start banging on it while you do the rest of the show.
Oh, come on, man! I just like the hat, man. It's all good. It was a cool hat.
I mean, what's gonna happen when I saw that?
Yeah, man. I like the hat. I'm waiting for my IU stuff to come in, all my championship gear. So
oh my god. Okay.
Yeah. Big 10, let's go. Big 10. JQ, Big 10. Big 10.
You get it with the Big 10 every time.
Hey, man, I don't know how to act, man. I got a championship squad for my statement. I got to represent, all the time, all day, every day. Let's get started.
Oh, wow.
I was born, man. Where I was born. I lived a lot of places. Rob Ford, how you feel this evening?
Doing good, man. I just want to give JQ a bit of advice. JQ, be careful who you bash on the show because one of your teams just might hire them. JQ, for the last 2 to 3 weeks, been bashing Arthur Smith, and next thing you know, the Ohio State Buckeyes hire him as offensive coordinator.
I know that brings out great joy. I know it brings you great joy to bash in my despair. It's okay.
I can't wait to hear Rich's response to this. I love it.
Hey, it could be worse. You could be a Steelers fan right now.
I don't really think it's a bad hire, to be honest with you, but I just think it's funny how JQ just been bashing a dude And then Ohio State turns around and hires him.
But my best was warranted. He was getting these job interviews as a head coach, and I said, for what reason? Based off of what? Listen, we're going to have more talent than he's ever had at Ohio State, so we're going to find out.
Yeah,
That is true.
A OC position in college. I mean, come on, you can't argue with that one.
America, I did bash you. I hold out hope, but you know who I also bashed a year ago? This time, Matt Patricia.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. You also used to bash CJ Stroud. You used to bash.
He still sucks.
Well, you bashed him at Ohio State, and he actually played some. He did some good things.
He should beat Georgia. CJ Stroud should have beat Georgia.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's move on.
Hey, AQ, Rob. Now I could be an obnoxious Georgia fan, so aren't you at least glad it's so Indiana? How about that, man? I'm just saying. Just saying. Big Ten, let's go.
I root for Indiana any day over Georgia.
Let's go. Gary, how you feeling this evening, sir?
I'm good. I'm ready to get this show going.
He's got a Portland jersey. Was that Blazers all the way through?
What player is that, Gary?
What's happening over here? Throwback
Greg
Blazers. What you got?
Damien's my
Nice.
Greg.
Little shout out to Bill Walton. Huh? Is that what we doing? Big Red.
Greg
He's still
Oden
in love with
the
Ohio
other
State. He
one.
said Greg Oden.
No, I said Bill Walton. I didn't say Greg Oden. None of that nonsense.
No,
even though he didn't go to my high
said
school.
that.
You know, Mike Conley and Eric Montross. But keep going.
Hey, you're rocking that Brandon Roy.
You sporting the LaRue Martin, Gary?
Oh, wow.
Richard, I'm assuming you're a Blazers fan too, huh?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Long time. That's why I threw in the LaRue Martin. We could have had Bob McAdoo in that draft.
You can't do Bob McAdoo. Stop that. I give you a little more than Bob McAdoo.
That's all you got?
We had the number. McAdoo went
He's
number
like, yep.
8 in that
How you doing?
draft.
You doing good?
AQ. We could have had Bob McAdoo, and we chose LaRue Martin.
Sound like a Golden Girl's name.
Wow.
Man, you're
He
right.
played like a Golden Girl.
Listen.
Man had the worst hands of any center I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, but y'all have Maurice Lucas.
Yes, sir. The enforcer.
Mm-hmm.
We always talk about the story of Sam Bowie and how Bob Knight, shout out to Indiana, was like, yo, you should draft Michael Jordan. And he's like, we need a center. Have Michael Jordan play center. Was that the thing, Rob?
Yep.
We did. There was a great
Bobby
show
Knight
on
said
that
play him at
called
center.
5 Reasons Why.
All right. Hope we're doing good. Hope it's not
He
too delayed
flew
over
out
here
to
because I'm feeling a
Portland.
slight delay here. So hopefully we're doing
Bob
good. Go
Knight
ahead.
flew out to Portland to talk about to try and talk him into that,
Mm-hmm.
and that didn't even work. Jeez.
But we were guard heavy. We needed a center.
Yeah. Yep. But today's basketball is positionless, so they probably would have drafted Jordan today. But
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine Drexler and Jordan in the same front court?
Ooh.
Yeah.
That would have been fun to watch.
Wow. Got to share the ball, man.
Offensively, that would have been better than Jordan and Pippen. Defensively, it might not have been better than Jordan and Pippen, but offensively, it would have been.
I don't know. Clyde was awfully underrated as a defensive ball player.
He was good, but not Pippen. Pippen could guard almost any position on the floor.
True.
He was no Duckworth.
Pippen
That's all we got to know. He was no.
As good as Michael Jordan was, Pippen was the one that guarded other teams' best player.
And
Yes,
that's
he was.
era. He's talking about a true power forward and a true center in that era, where they played down the post, back you down. You put that small line out there if you want to, and they punish you on the other end. That's almost like,
Mm-hmm.
That was a different game in the 70s. Completely different game.
Pippen will lock Magic Johnson down, man.
Easy.
He
That's
would.
an old Magic Johnson. That was an old Magic Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's just go ahead and clarify that. Start the show.
He guarded him. He didn't lock him down.
He did though, but that was old Magic. That was old. that was already 5 rings in Magic. That was old Magic.
All right, let's move on.
I mean, I'm into it. I'm a Laker fan, but it's true.
You did lock him
man, this is
down.
awesome. Yeah. All right, guys, let's get really quick. I love it, love it, love it. Let's get this party started here as always. Follow us on a couple things. We got a little crawl here. Yeah, I know we're here. We're here. We're gonna do a quick draw. Follow us on X, Twitter, 12th Sports, another 12th Man for YouTube, and we are on. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Let's get this party started here.
Still got a
Hopefully,
weird
this is good because I
lag,
feel like there's a slight
Andre.
delay. I don't know if it's on my side or what, gentlemen, but
yeah.
we're gonna get
It
this
is.
party
We're
started
all
here. Let's talk
fine,
about
man.
right off the gate the coaching carousel and some Hall of Fame drama with Bill Belichick. This is Gary's favorite coach here, Belichick, if you will. But we're going to talk about how he got snubbed, and was it due? It kind of like we talk about karma, right? Because I'm sure a lot of the writers were probably pissed at him because how he treated everyone, and then some of them were pissed because he's dating the young, obviously the young Jennifer. Who knows what it is? But on a serious note, he failed to reach the required votes for the committee. And maybe it's a grudge, and maybe it's a little bit more about his final years in New England kind of hurt his legacy. We kind of debated that. Was it Tom Brady? Was it that? But right now he did not get into the Hall of Fame. He'll probably get it the next time too. But what are your thoughts?
I'm fine with it.
Okay, come on, man. Come on.
Whether you hate him or like him, our job on this show is to be objective, right? Whether you hate him or you like him,
Oh, he's
Bill
got the
Belichick is one of
credentials. There's no
greatest
doubt about
defensive
it.
minds of all time, right? I think I sent y'all a video of Lawrence Taylor.
On the
his
pivot, talking
Yeah.
about it.
Yep.
Yeah, Lawrence Taylor,
Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson.
Mhm. And I saw
Listen.
one of the greatest defensive game plans of all time against the Bills in the Super Bowl, right? When he went with that rush 2 linemen the entire game just to slow down that Bills offense.
Yep.
To me, that was the greatest defensive game plan of all time that I've ever seen. And look, we got to, I know a lot of people saying he won because of Brady. Every great coach wins because of great players. Phil Jackson had Pippen and Jordan. Phil Jackson had Shaq and Kobe.
I was saying
Every
Shaq.
great coach has great players, right? He
Phil
had the
Jackson had
guts. He had
competitive
the
team
guts
in
to
New
play
York.
the man as a 6th-round draft pick. And
playoff
Brady
team.
wasn't even at his best in those first couple of years in this league. I mean, he was good. He got better as he went on. They were winning early in his career because of his great defenses.
Yep.
And I don't want to hear none of that baloney about he had Brady. Belichick is the greatest
Well, that is a
football
fact.
coach of all
He
time.
had Brady, and without Brady, he won 4 out of 10 games. He's a 400% coach. That's it.
And they went like 11-5 with Matt Castle.
I'm talking.
Yeah, I'll take that to y'all. Yeah, he went
Oh,
11-5
he
with
went.
Matt Castle.
Yeah, he had a season where he went 11-5. Yeah.
Mhm.
With Matt Castle. Just don't say he went 11-5. He went 11-5 with Matt Castle.
And the #1 defense. Yes, he did.
What's his calling card?
And
That was his calling card. That's how those early couple of Super
hey, well,
Bowls
wait
they
a
were
minute.
winning because
Wait
of
a
their
minute, Rob.
defense, not because of
you
Brady.
spoke. Now let somebody else speak.
Mhm.
Just because I don't agree with that, if he gets held out 1 year as a coach because of how he acted or some of the questionable stuff that the Patriots did with Spygate and Deflategate and all this other stuff, I'm totally fine with that too. I'm absolutely fine with that because you've got players that have been held out their whole lives.
For a lot
You got
less.
Pete Rose that was held out. He never bet against his team, but he was held out. He'll never know if he was ever gets into the Hall of Fame because he's gone. So if you got a coach that does it, that should be just waived because of what he did. Even though Pete Rose is the all-time hits leader and he didn't get in, and there's other players, Barry Bonds, same thing. So if he gets, he's only going to be held out for 1 year. I'm okay with that.
And to your point, Barry Bonds, he's not getting in, and Barry Bonds played in the era when everybody was doping. He wasn't the only one doing it.
Right.
Well, Barry Bonds should be in the Hall of Fame, in my opinion, too. Everybody was doing it.
So let me say a couple things. One, this is 100% some MLB Writers Hall of Fame BS. We didn't like the way you treated us in this piece of it, so we're not going to be unanimous arguing in first ballot because we're going to punish you, and that's 100% what it is. And you can argue with your mom. That's what it is. That's what they said. But let's do this. If you take
he's better than Walsh, Marcy.
I hate Brady and Belichick. I do. I hate them both with a passion. We've talked about it on this podcast. But to Raul's point, those two he won with the Giants, the fact that he started in the film room and they said, man, he was designing the plays before you even knew he was designing the defensive scheme. And then before they promoted him to the defensive coordinator, when you watch Lawrence Taylor talk about it with the conversation he had with Bill Parcells, he said, you know what we've been doing the past couple of years? Everything that we just ran? It's been that guy. Before we gave him the title, it was his defense. So let's start there. That's two of them. Yeah, he cheated. I know he did. I bet you a whole bunch of people also cheat. Let's just take half of them off the board that he got in New England. Just take half of them off the board from cheating. He's still sitting at 5. He's still sitting at 5 with all the wins and 5 Super Bowls. Even if you're going to say he cheated on half of them, which he did, and I'll give you that, he didn't cheat on all of them. He's still sitting on 5 total. Give him 3 from New England, take the others away from cheating, and the 2 as the defensive coordinator when Bill Parcells said, man, he was designing the schemes before you knew he was designing the schemes. They decided to take it. They had an extra ground with him, and they took it out on him. And, you know, the world will keep moving. He'll get in next year. Maybe they want him to get in the same year that Brady got in. Maybe so. But his impact on the game, what he
Why can't he get a job now?
Wow, not to put him in first. You're just going to punish him. This is punishment.
It is punishment. That's all it is.
Absolutely.
The media didn't like the way he treated him on the Cincinnati. You know, he always these short answers and never being very engaging in press conferences. The media is punishing him for this, for not getting in right now, right?
Well, finally they got
I
it
totally
right
agree
then.
with JQ.
Finally, they got it right then. They're punishing him for 365 days, and he gets in next year.
That's fine. What I tell you is that Bill Parcells might not be in the Hall of Fame right now if it wasn't for Bill Belichick.
Ooh.
I don't know if I'm buying that one,
bro. If I could tell you that I'm gonna have a dude that was what he said, the assistant to the special teams coordinator, and he was designing the defenses in that year, and you say you trust that dude that early on in his career before you have to even pay him the money, 1, to promote him 2 to the title. Think about what that frees up for you as the head coach and the other things that you can do.
Who do y'all think is the greatest college football coach of our era?
Jimmy Johnson.
Over Nick Saban?
Sorry, Nick Saban.
That's what I was going to say, Jimmy. I was going to say Nick Saban.
Yeah, Nick Saban. You know who Nick Saban credits his coaching prowess from?
Here we go.
Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
You're gonna say Saban was better than Bear Bryant?
I said in our era.
Every day and twice on Sundays.
In our era, though.
In our era.
Sorry.
Let's say this though. Let me say this. Would
I forget how old I am.
Would anyone love to have 6 Super Bowls? Would you want
absolutely
to be your coach? That's the question. You can sit there and talk all the shit you want, but I guarantee you would take those Super Bowls. Any one of us would take the Super Bowls on this call.
6 I take half of them. I ain't got one. I'll take one.
I'll take one too. Just the debacle that is, just give me one. But the point is, and I think somebody made a point, Rob, you're talking about it. I think you said it too, JQ, that everyone cheats at some point. They're all trying to get an advantage, a competitive advantage, some way, somehow. So the flip gate and all that stuff, and yeah. Hey, we did this. It wasn't illegal, but we did it, and everyone's trying to get a way to get ahead. We can talk about Deflategate. I had a Raiders fan. Shout out to you, Eric. He was like, "I hate what the Patriots did to the Raiders back." He hates the Patriots because of that. But he was like, and you were like, "Would you like to have Super Bowl?" It's like, yeah, that's the bottom line. You're like, you talk all this shit, but you want to have As much you want to have all the Super Bowls. Doesn't matter.
You know what? We can let it go on this, and I think we can all agree to this point. If you, as the NFL, said these things about what he did, and you didn't strip none of these Super Bowls, none of these AFC East championships, if you didn't take any of these things away from him, then you can't hold that piece against him and say, "Oh, well, you did this on your leisure." If you didn't take it away,
well, they didn't get this. They didn't get the Super Bowls stripped, but they did get punished by the NFL.
they did, but not to the point where. So then the NFL determined that.
So that means there's guilt there.
Agreed, but if the guilt was punishment is going to go as far as they find the guilt. If they felt the guilt was to the point of stripping the Super Bowls, they would have to make an example. You got to.
Well, that also is pretty hard when you've got the commissioner that's best buddies with the owner of the Patriots.
Man, listen, Gary, I love that.
Right? I mean, that is true.
I thought I was petty. You are petty, Ruxpin.
No, I'm just saying that is true. They're best of friends. You know what, JQ? You and I are best of friends. If there's some way that I can lessen something for you, shit, I'm going to. Absolutely.
Yeah. But you miss the other side of that is you got other 30 people that you're supposed to be trying to be best friends with that also pay your salary that don't want to see you help that dude out like that.
Well, but when you're the commissioner, you have the final say.
And you didn't see the rest of the
drinking
league.
buddies with Kraft.
You didn't hear
then that final say is going to be a lot more favorable for the Patriots than it would be for some other team pulling that garbage.
You never heard any of the rest of the league
following your train of thought, though.
Patriots championships.
If the other 24 dudes feel like you in the pocket with him, they have the power to vote your ass out.
We didn't see that in public, but that doesn't mean it wasn't said. That doesn't mean
Marcy said Gary's on fire
meetings
that
it wasn't said. You're saying because you didn't hear it on the news, they never said that.
That's not what I said.
No, I'm talking about Rob. I'm addressing Rob. Rob said we didn't hear any of the other owners say they should be stripped. I'm sure there were some of them that absolutely did.
I don't know, man. Nothing gets past the media today, man. This is a new age. You know, maybe in the 1970s. This is a new age.
Even 10 years ago when that thing was really hot and popping like that, you got 24 other owners that could get together and say this is bullshit and kick him out. Roger Goodell I'm talking about. That didn't happen. So that whole they are in pocket. Maybe they are cahoots together. But if I'm the other owners and I see that and I really believe that, and it takes 24, right? It's like 3/4 to get rid of them, to get a new commissioner and to change things. They could have made that happen every year and didn't. What does that tell you?
Controversy over here. Man, oh man.
Saying.
Yeah.
That lets me know how much everybody else is cheating. They're just cheating badly.
Hey, it's a great conversation. It's a great debate. I mean, he's not in. I mean, we all brought some valuable opinions to the conversation for sure.
You know what we ain't talking about? Maybe they just orchestrated it. It's the weekend before the Super Bowl. There's no reason for us to be spending 30 minutes talking about the NFL right now, but here we are. How about that?
Wag the dog, right? Wag the dog, right?
Yeah, the NFL's team got a lot of coach hirings. They timed it perfectly too, man. So it's perfect here. So let's talk about some top NFL coaching coordinator hires. So Gary, I'm gonna let you kind of get off the,
that Portland jersey is fresh though. That's stitched.
Say it again.
I said that Portland jersey is fresh though. That's stitched. That's not screen print, right? Is that
no,
stitched?
It's stitched.
Oh yeah, I saw it. So go and get them, Gary. Sorry, my bad.
It's all good.
You gonna get you a Portland jersey, JQ?
Fuck no. But that thing I can see the stitching in it. I said, oh, okay. Gary Smith.
A jersey, Portland Trailblazer jersey compliment from JQ.
Listen, he's put some of that Delta bonus money on it. I can see the stitches from here, boy.
I don't get any of that Delta bonus money. I'm retired.
You did. You bought that jersey when you got that Delta bonus money. Go ahead. Talk about what you're talking about.
I might have. I bought a foolish things with my Delta money, but that's beside the point. We're not getting into that.
No.
You know, the defensive, I think that Green Bay did a good job with the defensive coordinator position with Jonathan Gannon. I think that was a good hire.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really crazy about the Atlanta. I'm not really crazy about the Atlanta offensive coach Tommy Rees. I gave Tommy Rees like a C. What would you give him as a hire, Andre?
I mean, I have a different take from that because obviously he's better than Zach Robinson. So I was, and I really do think that. What'd you say? What'd you say?
I'm just waiting. Go ahead.
And obviously with Kevin Stefanski, I think he's going to do a majority of the play calling. He's going to let Tommy do some things, but that's just I think it's a structural thing. Like he's going to do the game plan. Tommy's going to execute what Kevin has put in there. That's me. But I would give it a B. I mean, everyone hates it, but some people still don't like Stefanski. But I'm like, I told you last week, I'm like, that was a great hire if you think about it.
Another one I thought was good was the offensive coordinator for Kansas City.
The enemy.
I think that I give that one a B plus. I think that's a good
Mike McDonald. Mike McDaniel, excuse me, going to Mike McDaniel going to the Chargers was a great pickup for them. Obviously,
I think that was the best coordinator hire.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
That is the best one.
I was scared he was going to the Detroit. I was like, man, if that would have happened, Lord have mercy. And I know he actually interviewed there too. So I don't know why Cleveland let him out the building. Well, that's a dysfunction. But
yes, you do.
Yeah, we know why.
What do you think about the Dallas defensive coordinator, Christian Parker? What do you guys give him on that one?
A C minus or a D plus?
Damn.
Oh, what?
C minus or a D plus, huh?
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
That's two grades lower than any grade that I saw out there.
Yeah.
What JQ?
You care to expound upon that?
I just thought there were better candidates out there. That the Dallas Cowboys, man. You could have been going out and get the best defensive talent the best defensive coach out there available.
They did
run at Brian Flores too, right?
We did block Ulbrich. Ulbrich was gonna he was actually, the Cowboys wanted to talk to Jeff Ulbrich from Atlanta, but we blocked that. So that was interesting, I would say. I don't know if Gannon was an opportunity. Raheem Morris is out there for you if you want, Gary. Just why?
I don't. And that's Jonathan Gannon, man. Ever since he grabbed that dude, I just don't like him.
Yeah.
What did you grade that?
Which one?
JQ. I'm sorry. JQ. What did you grade that defensive coordinator for the Cowboys, Christian Parker?
I didn't grade it that harshly. I graded it more on the fact that I'm looking what the Cowboys are doing, and it doesn't matter who you hire. If you don't adjust some of that money to that side of the ball, then you're the Bengals of the NFC. So to me, you can call it a B or a C, but if you're going to pay that, pay CD, try to find a way to keep Pickens. Well, damn, what you going to do on the defensive side of the ball? You're the Bengals of the NFC. So it doesn't necessarily really matter unless you come out in this draft and go defense, and maybe an offensive lineman here and there to help bolster that. Then it don't matter.
Right.
Hey, really quickly, I'm gonna let Rich get in here. Gary, would you hire Jim Schwartz, your hated rival from the Philadelphia Eagles? Because I know you coached from the Eagles and everything like that. Would you hire him for the Cowboys?
Yes.
If y'all would have hired him, I would have gave you an A.
That dude,
he's a great defensive coordinator.
Yeah, if Dallas would have hired him, I would have gave Dallas an A.
I don't know if that was lines are blurred.
Nobody
but they got the five of us out there playing defense. I don't care who you get.
Yeah, but I would still give him an A.
Until we talk shit about him by week 8 when they give up the same 31 points a game because they didn't invest on the defensive side of the ball. Like you still got to give that dude a chance.
Yeah. So I mean, so unless they go out there, it doesn't. You're right, JQ. Unless they go out there and go for defense with with those top picks and get those impact players and get some players in free agency somehow, it's going to be the same thing no matter who it is.
The Bengals and the Cowboys have the same philosophy. They have to do it the same way. You're not going to be able to go get the best defensive players in free agency. You got to wait on round 2 or round 3 and fill in with some veterans, some depth. But you have got to hit rounds 1, 2, 3, and 4 on defense because you're already committed to paying those dudes on offense. That's just what it has to be.
Yeah, that's a good analogy there.
Rich?
Yeah, I can't argue with any of that. I mean, if you can be the best coordinator out there on the market, but if you've got a suspect defense like Dallas kind of did, and unless you bolster that through through trades or through the draft, I don't care how good you are, you're still not going to put out a great product.
Yeah.
But
I think an experienced coordinator can cover some deficiencies, right?
Well, sure they can. I can't argue
but
that.
obviously, I agree. You got to have the Johnnies and Joes, but I think a really good coordinator can still, all of these, can put players in a position where they can play to their strengths, right? And that's what the good coordinators, that's what the good coaches do.
To complement the players he's got and the ones he's going to get, then yeah, he's going to be successful. But a lot of it's going to depend on what scheme is he going to bring in.
I'm going to tell you because I'm close to it. I watched the Cowboys trade for Logan Wilson, the middle linebacker from the Bengals, who got benched for the rookies who was missing tackles. They said, we got to let these dudes play, and they got better towards the end. The Cowboys benched Logan Wilson after either the second or the third game after trading for him. They benched him. I don't care who you got. If that dude can't cover or tackle or be where he needs to be or understand it, it don't matter who's calling the plays. You got to have the right dude, but you also got to hit on the players. So you could listen. They thought that Ibrahim could do it, and they traded for Logan Wilson, and they benched his ass.
Oh yeah,
coaches and coordinators don't make plays on the field. All they can do is put in, like I said, put in the proper scheme. But you still got to have the guys out there that are going to execute.
Diggs got cut, picked up by the Packers, go to the playoffs, played one game, got cut immediately after they lost.
Yep.
That's been a theme this year. People getting cut just because they didn't, or fired because they didn't get to a certain point.
But my thing is the Cowboys cut you, and I pick you up with Michael Parsons this, and they bring you in, and then you lose, and they cut you the next day.
Yeah.
The dude you cut has now been cut by 2 people. The dude you traded for, you benched. What do you want Eberflus really to do? You know what I'm saying? What do you want him to do?
It's feeling like a little shaky there, Gary. I don't know what's happened to the Cowboys, obviously.
I think it's the players and not necessarily the coaches. We'll find out.
A little bit of both. Yeah.
We're going to switch
I thought
up
the
the head
best
coaches.
coordinator hires were Eric Bieniemy, Mike McDaniel, Bobby Slowick with the Dolphins, and Brian Dable with the Titans. I thought those were the 4 best coordinator hires across the league.
Yeah. You know how you feel about Jonathan Gannon, Rob.
No, I'm not. Once that dude grabbed the player, I'm just not a fan of that.
Fair enough.
Yeah, man, your grudge holding ass. I mean, the dude can't make a mistake and apologize. I said, Joe grudge holding ass. That dude can't make a mistake and apologize. Damn.
I don't know, man.
Not for that.
I'm not over that one yet.
I love it because I thought I was bad.
You are.
JQ was grabbing everybody. What you doing? What you doing? Grabbing helmets and everything. I'm just joking. That's a grown man.
Gary,
Yes,
I have to say I'm in mourning actually as a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Good God, what were they thinking with that head coach hire?
I love it. I love it for you.
Yes. I'm laughing my ass off.
You guys are all laughing.
I text you guys too. Yeah, go after McCarthy.
He did say something. He did say that. He did say that, Rich. He's like, man.
And then he was up there crying like a little bitch.
No, he's got a job for like 20 years.
Have the Roonies lost their minds?
And they're gonna bring Aaron Rodgers back.
And then they were asking him, so do you want Aaron? He says, well, of course I do. Really?
I mean, what other choice?
I want that asshole out of here.
I didn't burn my Pittsburgh gear yet, but
shout out to
give it to JQ. He'll burn it for you.
I love it. Let's go, Jason. He's like,
yes, Jason.
It's cold out here. It's 0 degrees on Saturday. I'll throw that bitch in the fire.
McCarthy.
I have
huge
seen a couple of
downgrade.
comments from some Pittsburgh alumni that were a little, say what?
This cold weather is ridiculous.
We go from Knox to Cowher to Tomlin to this? Really?
Hey, he's won. He's won. I mean, that's what they're going to tell you. He's won a playoff game.
He's won the Super Bowl.
I
Yeah,
love
Super
it.
Bowl too. Would you rather have Arthur Smith and Tomlin or Mike McCarthy?
Mike McCarthy.
And sometimes you got to be careful
Who
with
Tom
Jacksonville,
Flores?
man. The Steelers were calling for Mike Tomlin's head. This is what they get.
The crowd
Yeah,
is getting fired.
He's like
Tomlin.
John Madden.
Listen, I hope Tomlin go to Cincinnati after they fire Zach Taylor after this another 7-9 year. Listen, I can't wait. I
They
can't
play
wait.
17 games.
Wait.
I love it. Look, Rob's being set to.
You're
Dude,
already
If
going.
Tomlin gets there, if Tomlin gets the Cincinnati job, that would be a great look, man.
He
Man,
already saying the Bengals going 7-9.
I'm a body and Tomlin head coach jersey.
boy, that's what JQ's put it out there. I love it. So,
God.
Has
Man,
Tomlin said that he's interested in going anywhere this year?
No,
Last
he's taking
I
the year
heard, he
off.
was
The problem is that you have to trade for him right now, and Pittsburgh
Yeah.
is going to hold your feet to the fire. You let this other year go by, and Zach Taylor is 1 year closer to being done. Nah, we cooking with grits, baby. We cooking with them.
look at JQ.
Man, you know the Steelers not going to trade him to the Bengals.
You don't got 1 year left. Listen, yes, they will. If they come out there and suck ass and need more draft capital.
Well, damn. Let's talk about something weird here. So you got Cleveland hiring Todd Munken, right? So, this is the question, right? So, I think didn't he wasn't he in Cleveland in 2019 or something like that? Wasn't he the OC or something crazy? With that,
Listen, you know what Todd Munken is? When you do the you remember Scooby Doo?
yes.
When they would like get the villain and they would take the thing off, take this thing off. He's Arthur Smith.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So Cleveland, like everyone pretty much was like, nope, we don't want it. Nope, we don't want it. And then Todd's like, yeah, I'll take it. That is
he was Cleveland Browns 2019 offensive coordinator.
Yeah, he didn't call the plays though. So I was looking that up. I thought that was pretty interesting. That was a chaotic season, believe it or not. Everything. I don't want to talk shit about the Browns because we're not like the crown jewel ourselves over here, but everyone's shitting on them. But it's like
Figure
It is
run that
Cleveland
38
Browns,
versus
though,
Bulldog offense.
yeah. So who's your quarterback is a question. Is it Shador? Is it Dylan Gabriel?
Stop that. Only one of them is going to the Pro Bowl.
You know what?
Oh,
Thank
go
you.
away.
Thank you. Oh my God. I'm not even gonna do this.
That is the biggest joke in the NFL Pro Bowl since I've been watching football since the 70s.
Okay.
That
Well,
jackass has got no right to go to the Pro Bowl.
That is
None.
fantastic in your opinion, but you're not the GM and the owner of the Cleveland Browns.
Ah,
Your
it's a
quarterback
joke.
just got elected
It's
to
an
the Pro
insult
Bowl
to
as
the other
a-
quarterbacks in the league is what it
listen,
is.
I agree. Listen, Joe Burrow is better than him after missing 3 months. But the fact of the matter is that every time he come in the game, in the preseason of the game, they buying his jerseys, they applauding, they going nuts. And then
Who cares?
Because you still got to get him to come to the game, Rick.
Ah,
You did not put him back on the bench after he went to the Pro Bowl. The
Treat
Pro
him.
Bowl will be his last game. You know how
I
awful
hope
he would
so.
have to be in preseason to not start next year? I mean, he would have to be awful. We all get on this call during the preseason games to say, yeah, Shador ain't shit. Outside of that, Shador started in game 1. Come on, man. You're not benching your Pro Bowl quarterback. Whether you like the fact that he went to the Pro Bowl or not is regardless. Those fans love him. He went to the Pro Bowl this year. Put him on the bench unless he is so awful on national televised preseason games where we all just agree. And the Cleveland was like, well, everybody agrees with us. Outside of that, he's starting week 1. Listen, you can argue.
Yeah,
with
I
me.
agree with that.
he will be.
I'm just saying.
Absolutely.
But it'll be just the
Pro Bowl
same old
quarterback.
Cleveland, a different quarterback, a different
Different head
coach.
coach, different offensive court, and they're going to suck just as bad.
And you know what? I love it.
What you got,
Hey, as
Rob?
a Steelers fan, I can't ask for anything more.
You're breaking up, Rob. I need you to go to the Bellagio and put $20, $200 on Comcast.
McCarthy is a downgrade.
Yeah.
No.
You back? You broke up, Rob. We didn't hear any of that.
No,
I was just commenting on what this guy Jayson commented about McCarthy.
Yeah.
Great.
The Bellagio.
Yeah. He's definitely a downgrade. I would be so excited to be a Cincinnati fan this next season with with the Ravens.
No, because Zach Taylor again. Listen, they got the rant captured, and I got to get someone and delete it. We got to start talking about Zach Taylor. How are you the only one that don't get fired? How are you the only one that don't get fired?
He's the only one that's going to get an extension.
You stop talking that shit. Don't ruin my Mike Tomlin dreams.
You're gonna have a fantastic season because the Ravens are down, the Steelers are down, Cleveland's in the dumps. You guys are gonna have a upcoming, even if Burrow, let's say, got hurt or something, or Chase or something, you're still gonna be the class of that division. He's gonna get a big fat 5-year deal, and you're gonna fall into mediocre land.
I thought we was friends. That's that bullshit.
Here we go. Rob, what's going on, man? Is Rob okay? Okay, there it is. Okay, let's get it back. Let's get it back. Okay, hold on.
2 black chips. Contest.
Hold on. Let me get Rob back in. Let me get Rob in. Okay, hold on. Let me get him in.
Difficulties.
Rob.
What's up?
Okay.
Yeah,
Rob, you may have been your connection, Rob. Did you try to connect it to different? Like, I had to switch mine.
I changed mine. I went to my phone. I went away from the computer, so I don't know what the deal is.
Robert, are you down in Tampa?
No,
Yes.
Well, have you thought about maybe paying that damned internet bill? I'm just saying,
I knew exactly what I was saying.
I pay my bills, sir.
It might have slipped your mind. Things like that happen, okay? We understand.
You said go down I-4 and hit 95 and go to Hard Rock.
I pay my bills, sir.
On the roulette wheel.
We're just over here having some fun, man. Oh man, that's hilarious. Rob, what you said? Finish the last thought. I know you were trying to talk about what Jayson said about McCarthy being a downgrade. You kept getting cut off. So
no, I was just reading the guy's comment. That's all I was saying. But I know I got cut off when you guys were talking about the Cleveland Browns situation. I don't think the Cleveland Browns have their quarterback on their roster. I really don't. I don't think Shadur's the answer. I don't think Deshaun Watson is the answer. I don't think Dylan, what's his name? Not
Gabriel.
Dylan Brooks. Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah.
You watch too much NBA League Pass.
I do. I was just watching the Rockets and the Spurs last night, so that's me. No, he don't even play with the Rockets no more. He with the Suns.
That's correct. That's what they ain't with the Rockets no more.
That's hilarious.
But I don't believe the Browns have their quarterback on their roster right now, and I wouldn't be surprised if they draft a quarterback here pretty high. But we'll wait and see what happens. I personally don't think they have their quarterback on their roster.
I think they do. I don't think they got on their roster. Wide receiver 1.
That's fair.
If you give Shador,
fair, he's got to have somebody to throw it to.
Jerry Jeudy is a 2, and he might be a 3. He's got good tight ends, but he might lose one of them. Because Njoku might leave because the kid Harold Fanning is up and coming.
Yeah.
He's got the run game, I think. If they get Junkins back and they get another offensive lineman, I hope they're not listening to this podcast. But I don't know if I can make that judgment on him quite yet. He doesn't have the wide receiver core to fully judge him. It's hard. You see Mahomes not look like Mahomes when he's relying on an old Kelsey, right? He doesn't have the wide receivers you got to give me some dudes. And I don't think Judy's that dude that nobody stays up at night worried about if you're the defensive coordinator for the other team. They got to find him wide receiver 1. And if he fails with that dude that we all look at and another guy comes in and has him, you're like, okay, Shador's not that dude. I just don't. Who's in love with that wide receiver room in Cleveland?
Nobody.
Yeah, that's
Jimmy Haslam is. Jimmy Haslam's like, we'll make it happen.
Well, you still got to pay the Watson salary, so you can't go get him. So that's what I'm saying, the money.
Yeah.
But I just
you basically you pretty much cut the knees off of your staff whenever you traded for Deshaun or all the picks and you paid him $250 million guaranteed. I mean, that was you pretty much messed up your future, if you will. Are you guys surprised that the Ravens, sorry, JQ, hiring Jesse Minter? Are you guys surprised at this?
This fucking Baltimore and Cleveland talk. What the fuck, Rob? Who made these damn top picks?
You saw the top. Come on, JQ.
I was doing other things, Andre.
My bad.
Shadur Sanders. Look at these stats he's going to the Pro Bowl with, man. 1,400 yards passing, 7 TDs, 10 INTs, a 68.1 quarterback rating. He going to the Pro Bowl.
You're killing us here, man. You're killing us. It's
All right,
just
all right. Just say yes or no for JQ. You surprised that? Yeah, no. Okay, all good. You saw it.
Is that the worst stats of any quarterback that's ever been chosen to go to the Pro Bowl?
It's got to be 7 TDs, 10 INTs, 68.1 rating.
How many rushing touchdowns does he have?
I think he has 4.
So then it's 11 and 10.
That's still not great.
It's not, but it's better than 7 and 10, Rob.
It don't take a whole lot to be better than 7 and 10.
I don't know if he's trying to like trick us or he's really. I don't really know what's happening right now. It's like a Jedi mind trick happening right now. He's a pro.
Wow. Joe Burrow had better stats than that. How Joe Burrow is not the alternate? Whatever.
Okay. All right.
If I was Joe Burrow and they called me, I would say, hey, you can take that Pro Bowl and shove it. We're going to put that kid in there ahead of me, and I've got to be an alternate. Well, I'm going to stay home and drink beer.
You know what? And it's not the same going to Orlando. Everybody can go to Orlando. Going to Hawaii was a different thing. They need to go to Hawaii and say, we will buy you a brand new stadium and upkeep it just so we can come here a couple of times a year. We can have some games here. You want to go to Spain? You want to go to Portugal? How about we just go to Hawaii one of these games? The fans will say yes.
That's true.
Absolutely.
When did they switch the Pro Bowl from Hawaii? Because wasn't it over there like every year through the 70s and 80s?
They have like the skills competition.
It was.
The University of Hawaii stadium was so bad. It was just like, yeah, bye.
Yeah. They couldn't reach an agreement with Hawaii to get what they want, so they decided to move it. By the way, Shadur only had 1 rushing touchdown, so it's 8 and 10.
I thought he was going to look it up. He's going to look it up and find it.
Wait a minute. How did the NFL Hawaii not be able to agree and tell us what's Hawaii bringing to the table? They're like, nah, we good. What?
So I've got family in Hawaii, as always. You know this.
Oh my God! Oh, here we go.
Me and Marcy went to Pro Bowl in Hawaii, and that stadium is pretty bad. It's pretty bad. It's so old and rusty. It was a great experience because it's Hawaii. Like, oh, this is great, but everyone just goes because of the experience of. I mean, it's a beautiful island, but still,
Hawaii. But the NFL knows that.
That is very surprising, though.
The Pro Bowl has lost its luster. I mean, you go back and watch the Pro Bowls in the 80s and 90s, it was worth watching, but it's got to be the worst professional sports all-star game right now.
But
the NBA is not far behind.
But can you get like? Are you worried about getting hurt during them? Because before, I agree with you, Rob. I want to see how the best of the best are going to play. I want to see Jerry Rice getting covered by obviously Dion. Back those matchups like make it. And then I don't know what the incentive is anymore. It's like it's a way to kind of see where you are against. These are the top of your positions minus Shador Sanders, and it's kind of tough.
Major League Baseball is the best all-star game right now. Jake, you should know that because he goes every year.
Hockey's up there too, but
The problem with that,
let's go, Andre,
is that you always want to compare yourself as an athlete to that guy that's lining across from you, from that guy that's the best lining up across from you. Mm-hmm. But in the Pro Bowl, it's at 50 or 60% speed, and it's just not really worth it anymore like it was. I mean, you would play with pride back 15, 20 years ago. It's just not like that now. It's more of a, I don't
And
know.
that's how you get Shedeur Sanders.
Well, and it's all the rule changes too, because it's not even a complete football game. You can't do this, you can't do that, you can't. It's not. It's like a
It's flag football.
Yeah, it's flag football.
Well, they're worried about
That's why
getting
you
hurt
go
and
to Orlando
players
and play
and
flag.
stuff like that.
That's
I just want to
go to play flag football.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Duke and everything. Appreciate that, and Jason, because apparently, his brother works with the Bucks and the Bears as a strength coach. So yeah, shout out to your brother Jason. That's pretty amazing too, man. And Duke, appreciate you shouting that out too, man. So
I love it. I hope it's a beer downgrade.
Yeah, but I'll let you finish, Rich, and just kind of wrap it up. That is very surprising that the NFL can't make nothing happen with Hawaii, because like you said, if they would upgrade that stadium and literally you've got the money, guys. Stop being greedy bastards.
Well, you know what? Even Rob, I'm sorry, Andre. Even I lived over there as well, and when I lived over there, the Pro Bowl was pretty good, and you got to see all the players and all that stuff. But that stadium, even back then, in the late '90s, early 2000s, I mean, that stadium back then, even a coat of paint would have helped it.
Yeah.
That's how bad it was.
Yeah, and that's. I went back to get, I knew it was something they couldn't agree on, and so I went back to pull it up. So the NFL wanted Aloha Stadium to make about $30 million in repairs, and Hawaii officials and Aloha Stadium officials refused to do so. They wanted the NFL to pay for it. So that was, the NFL thought, hey, we bringing the game to you. You should pay for it to keep it the game in Hawaii.
It's the revenue that they make off of tourism with, with just even all the players and their families and all that stuff.
So to your point, Gary, they say the stadium suffering from a lot of rust.
Yeah, I was there too.
So probably a new paint job and all of that could have helped. So the NFL wanted them to spend about $30 million and
inflation.
Y'all stop
that's
that.
not, when you think about it, in the grand scheme of things, $30 million to renovate a stadium is not a lot of money.
Not at all.
The NFL. The NFL said we trying to pay for these families and these players to go over here. Either y'all pay for it, we out. We're gonna send them to Orlando.
I agree with you. I'm not saying the NFL should have paid for it. I said when you grand scheme of things, $30 million for Hawaii not to pay for it is ridiculous.
I think the other way around. Listen, the NFL should have paid for that.
I agree.
The NFL used Hawaii being broke to stop having to pay for all these families and the kids and the wives and the players to go over. They said we can get out of this shit, or we can send them to Disney World. Cool. That's what they did. Stop that. They could have built that stadium up and had it be one of the not international, just like one of the destination games. They could have $30 million ain't nothing to the NFL.
That was that was a missed opportunity from the NFL. I agree with JQ, because if you invest, because that's like your product, invest in that stadium, make that stadium like something special. You can literally have you can have a game there, like we're going, like you said, we're going to Spain and shit. Go to Hawaii, make something out there. That's a huge missed opportunity from the NFL.
You're in a huge marketplace for all across Asia and everything. So you're bringing
other games there. I mean, you could have other things happening there whenever.
That's what I'm saying.
We're the NFL. One team can go there. Who wouldn't want to go? Now, if you want to make it special, I get it. Keep it for the Pro Bowl, but still, you can have other things happening with that. But I'm with you, JQ. It's like missed opportunity, NFL.
And the other part of that is, if you pay the money up front, you could always get it back on the back end, like the record labels do to artists all the time. I'm going to pay for this up front, right? Here's the $30 million, get the upgrades. But University of Hawaii plays here. I need X amount of the gate, all the revenue for this. When the other things come in here and use the thing we pay for, I need this amount of the money off of the gate and the revenue. They could have got it on the back end for many years to come and kept it moving. They was tired of paying and sending everybody over to Hawaii and used that to say, we out.
Yeah. It's
JQ, that's why you get paid the big bucks on this show.
There it is.
Shit, I'm just saying, they could have.
Yeah. Missed opportunity, man. I mean, and the sad thing is, like, whenever we went, like, we were super excited, like, oh, we're gonna go to the state. We're like, this is it. Like, I was like, what? This is it? And that was like, I want to say that was like in 2007 or something. Like, whenever I went, I forgot when it was, but I was just like, This is it. This is the stadium. It was so bad, so bad. Let's keep this moving here. We're gonna switch gears unless there's any other NFL to talk about here.
We beat that dead horse.
We did, but shout out. We got Ian Cunningham as the Falcons GM. Excited about that pickup. I know Rob didn't want to put that in there, but lock that up. That's pretty good for us. So, all good. Let's talk about. I want to talk.
I put a lot of topics on those topics that I don't want to talk about.
Rob, I'm just messing with you, man. It's all good. Who is the top pick in the NBA draft? Now we've got some tops. We got my cousin Aaron Peterson. We got AJ Diabanatsky, and you got Boozer, if you will. Diabansky, excuse me, and Boozer. So it's tough, right? As much as I like Darren Peterson, I'm concerned about. He's got like a lot. He's been having some injuries here, so I'm kind of concerned about that going into the NBA. Is that something we should be concerned about, or is that just kind of like load management, or is that just something we should be concerned with?
Talking about Darren Peterson?
Darren Peterson, yeah, my cousin. Come on, man.
I still have him as the number one prospect. He's a combo guard, 6'5", can play the 1, he can play the 2. But I agree with you, Andre. He's got some injury concerns. He seems to be not very durable. I like AJ Diabansky a lot, man. 6'9", can handle a ball. He's a really good shooter. He can get to the rack. He's got a good basketball IQ. I wouldn't be surprised if Diabansky moves up to that number one spot. I think Peterson, when healthy, is a better athlete. But Diabansky just reminds me of he fits the mold of a Scottie Pippen, Magic Johnson, LeBron James kind of player, in my opinion. Ooh. And he's a hell of an athlete, really good defender, got long arms, but Peterson is explosive now. He's 6'5", but some of these injuries I think has got to be concerning. But I know there's some talk about some NBA teams tanking, but I don't know why you tank. There's a lottery.
It is, but I know somebody that's got a good lineage, and he plays at the same school that his dad played at.
Mm-hmm.
And he balls, even though his brother is not as good as he is. I think Booster's gonna go number one.
I think he's got an outside shot too. I do. I don't like Duke, but I agree with that to a certain degree. I think he's got an outside shot. I don't have him number one now. I have him number 3. But he's a legit power forward. I'll tell you what, this freshman class in college basketball might be the best of all time. I mean,
easy killer.
You got 11 right now. My top 12 prospects in the NBA draft, 11 of them are freshmen, which is good for USA basketball because there's not a lot of international players in this draft. These are all American-born players.
So the 3 years we figured our ass kicked in the Olympics. Sorry, go ahead. 2 years.
Yeah. Because the last Olympics, old man LeBron and old man Curry had to save them. We were like, shucks, what are we gonna do when these guys retire?
Had to save them.
Yeah. But the future of American basketball is bright. I can't go. This past Saturday alone, we had 3 freshmen score over 40 points in college basketball. It's the first time in college basketball history we had 3 freshmen score over 40 points. AJ Diabansky was one of them. Keaton Wagler from Illinois was the other. I forget who the third one was, but we had 3 freshmen. Kingston Fleming from Houston. That's who it was. We had 3 freshmen. All 3 of those guys projected to be top 10 in the NBA draft. First time in college basketball history. This might be the best freshman class in college basketball history.
Hey, Rob, I got a question because you're into all this stuff. I'm kind of fascinated by that 7'9" kid from Florida, that Olivier Roux. What do you think he's going to develop? I watched him in high school when he played for, I think it was IMG Academy, and he was brutal. He's not getting a lot of minutes so far for Florida, but he's not, what was it, Sean Bradley, who weighed, 32 pounds?
At 7'4", too.
Yeah, no, Bradley was 7'6". 7'6"
Oh
or
yeah,
7'7".
yeah. I think you're right. I think you're right.
This kid is 7'9",
God.
and he's got a decent build on him. He seems to move okay. Where do you see him developing? Now he's a freshman as well. So where do you see him developing in the draft, maybe in the next year or two? At 7'9", somebody's got to take a chance on this kid.
Yeah, he's a project right now. He's a redshirt freshman too, so he's not a true freshman. But I mean, obviously, Florida's got a good front court with Thomas Hall and Alex Condon. Alex Condon is a 7-footer who's probably going to be first or top of the second round pick. He's not getting minutes because those guys. He's a project. He's going to need some more seasoning. I think he needs to improve his agility and his footwork. To your point, he's got the size. He's 7'9", but he's definitely gonna have to improve his agility and his footwork. So he's still more of a project. He's not an NBA. If he came out this year, he wouldn't get drafted.
Oh no, I didn't think he was coming out this year, but in a year or two, because he does move okay, but like you said, he needs to learn to move a little bit better. But nobody's pushing him out of the way. I've seen some extended footage of him. Nobody's pushing that guy out of the way. He seems very strong, and with 7'9", geez, he doesn't have to jump and dunk.
If he was that guy at 7'9",
Yeah,
there's no way you put him on the bench. I don't give a damn who on your team.
that's true. That's true.
Yep, he's not there yet. He's not.
That dude he must have had a late growth spurt or something like that. Because that's in 79.
Stand up and double out.
Holy shit.
7 foot as a freshman in high school, Andre.
Well, my point is, 7'9", if you raise your arm, you got to be like 9'2". You just bunny hop into dunk, and you can't get on the court. Tells me everything I need to know.
I think they're afraid of him getting hurt.
That's true.
Yeah, I want to say this, and I know we're kind of flipping back and forth, and we'll talk about some, whatever you guys will talk about, Jayson Tatum and all that fun stuff. I'm going to say this about the NFL, right? And I think we were talking about this last week with the NIL and what's happening and how Dante Moore should go back, to school because he needed to be a little bit more, more seasoned.
Go to the damn league. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, but so the point is that I'm trying to make is that, and I know Rob, you were saying, hey, it doesn't matter even if you're second round pick, you should go. And
no, I didn't say that.
Well, if you were going to be drafted high, if he's going to be drafted,
I said first round. I said first. If you're second round, he should go back to school.
I'm sorry, second pick. I'm going to say second pick. If he was second pick, you would have gone. I apologize, not second round. I'm going to say
not to the goddamn Jets. Sorry,
but what I meant to say to that, and thank you for correcting me, Rob. I'll say that he was the second pick, not second round. Please forgive me.
Gotcha. Okay, I get you.
Was that you think that's more or less with NIL, like getting paid, or more or less it's kind of different? Because what I'm thinking is now that you have more people going, and because of the NIL, you're getting more mature players going into the NFL. Yep. I think that's going to be better. I know we talk shit about the NIL, but I think this can now have. I know it's the wild, wild west right now, but I think it will have a good effect because now you're having people that are players that I can stay, I can develop, and then Jake keeps shaking his head, but I just think that's going to be. I think it has something to do with that too.
Hold on, Rob. Let me go real quick. You have to understand the other side of that equation, though, is when you draft these dudes behind them, nobody wants to sit anymore. So if I'm coming after you to play quarterback for me at Oregon, or I'll have interest in somebody in the portal, and then Dante Moore at the 11th hour says, guess what? That means that dude I just drafted aren't getting those reps. He doesn't have a chance to play. The dude in the portal is not going to come. It has a ripple effect down your roster in terms of how you spend that NIL money. When he's that high profile and everybody thought he was leaving this year, you're recruiting and in the transfer portal on people on the idea that he's leaving this year. So it's good for him individually, I think, to grow and come back to school. But for your program in terms of what you were doing, I think it has more of an effect of it nowadays where dudes don't want to sit anymore than you want to. And you know what else happens? Malik Willis just send him $1 million because Malik Willis said, yes, I'm going to be hit this free agency market because Green Bay can't franchise because they got Jordan Love. There's one quarterback on this market. So Malik Willis should 100% send him a Range Rover or a golf cart or something.
Yeah, credit to Dante Moore.
Committed to Oregon when Dante Moore was still on the border whether or not he was coming in. So Raiola took the bait
And then he
because
left.
I think it was January 12th he committed to the Ducks. They're saying that he's undecided,
Yeah.
but it's right there on Goggle. It says no, January 12th he committed to the Ducks. So he's
We know
going to be
he committed. We know he committed, yeah, but I think there's been some uncertainty and everything. But yeah,
Yeah.
Was that
But from my
why-
understanding, he committed to Oregon with the thought that Dante could return, and he was okay with sitting a year as a backup if that happened.
Okay, that
so-
was my question is, do you think he did it kind of by accident and then he was kind of stuck?
So, from my understanding, now I don't know if anything changed, but from my understanding, Dylan Raiola committed with the thought process that he might be a backup if Dante Moore returns.
Okay.
So supposedly that was presented to him even when he committed. And you're seeing that. You're seeing that around college football now. The big programs are going after two quarterbacks now, and I mean, even LSU. I mean, he got Sam Levitt, but they went and got 5-star guy Hussein Longstreet too, and paid him a few $1 million too. So you're seeing some of these big programs going after two quarterbacks now, because you saw Lane Kiffin this past year had to go to his backup in Trinidad Chambliss, and went to the college football playoff with him, right? So a lot of these programs are saying, hey, we might need two quarterbacks if we're going to win. So they even paying the second guy. So I think that was the Oregon Star process with Dylan Raiola here. We're going to still pay him a lot of money, but he might have to come in and be a backup for a year, learn the system, and be
What
ready
are
to
they
roll.
paying him?
Well, shit, there's some shoe polish. Don't nobody want Dylan
Is there
Raiola
any way to
goddamn
find
way.
that out?
Who
How
else
much
is
a
he
kid
gonna
is making
go?
no money?
I know they're paying him some big time money.
Who he is?
Oregon?
No, shit.
yeah.
No, is there? How do you find that out? Is there a site you can go to find out what a college is paying a kid nil money?
We can find out.
Listen, let me tell you like this: when you commit to Ohio State, leave Ohio State. Sorry, Georgia first. Then Ohio State. Leave Ohio State. Go to Nebraska. Suck. Transfer again. I don't care.
$2 million. Yep.
Yeah.
That's crazy. They paying Rick Dillon is $2 million. He went to
And-
Oregon. I don't care what he said. He's trying to put a
That's
positive.
elite backup rate nil right now.
I don't care what he said. That's good positive spin for Oregon, and God bless him. There's no chance he thought he was committing to Oregon with Dante Moore was going to come back. That's what they said. I do not believe that.
I have a hard time believing it too. I think when he committed, I think he committed as a starter. I don't think he thought Dante Moore was coming back.
There's no chance that he thought Dante Moore who everybody said was going to be the second or the third pick in the draft was coming back to school when he committed to Oregon. I just don't believe that. I think he just got stuck and he just couldn't make another transfer because everybody would have been like, "Come on, bro, seriously."
Yeah. Getting back to Andre's question here about Dante Moore, you got to give credit to the kid for making the sacrifice to come back another year in his development. Right? It's a gamble. I mean, we've seen a lot of quarterbacks over the last few years drop. That were projected to be top 5, top 10, top 15 picks. So it is a gamble. Now, on the surface, he should be the number 1 quarterback in the draft next year. Him, Jalen, what's the kid? That Ohio State.
Ohio State. Listen,
Yeah,
stop it.
yeah.
Don't get me started.
Julian Sand.
Julian saying so. Listen, no running ass. Go ahead, Rob.
My point, Rob, is like, is it about the money? Is that why you're worried about them dropping? Because they're getting money in college, right? So
Yeah, they get money in college, but still,
you're still getting a certain amount of money.
You're delaying a year for getting your second big contract in the NFL too. Yeah, you're going to get paid nil, but you're delaying another year from getting your second contract in the league. And obviously, if you're a top 5 pick, that money is going to be more than what you're getting for nil. Starting quarterbacks right now, nil, are getting somewhere between $3 to $7 million, right, on average. But first round top 5 pick is still going to be valued more than that. I mean, it's still nice money. So I give him credit because he realized he needs to grow and develop, and he wants to go back. And it's a sacrifice, though. It is a bit of a gamble for sure.
I don't think he wanted to go to the Jets.
I mean,
there's also the injury aspect.
He could very well be going to the Jets next year. I mean, that's still another gamble.
Then if that happens 2 years in a road trip, he just like, damn it, I gotta go to New York then.
I'm just saying because the biggest reason why you want to get drafted in a certain position is because of money, right? That's why I want to be a first round pick because I'm going to get like certain money, or I want to be the prestige to be the number 1 pick. Those are the 2 reasons why. So if I'm already getting the money, then it doesn't really, I get what you're saying. It's like, yeah, but I'm going to, but you got to know where I'm going. Huh?
I don't think it's always the money. I think there's a combination. We can move to another topic. I think it's the combination of the money and the situation. Would I rather stay in a situation where I feel like I can improve and get better and still keep the same lifestyle I've been living, or go to this other place where I've watched the Sam Darnolds and the Zach Wilsons and everybody else flame out and say, I don't want that to happen to me. I'd rather stay another year, make the same money, get better here. I'm used to the situation. And then if they happen to be in the same situation next year, they get me, then okay, cool. Maybe I'm another year older. I'm another year stronger, wiser, all these things. But listen, I think Dante Moore looked at it and I said, do I want to live in Oregon and get all the free Nikes I want and get better and have a chance to compete for a title, or go to New York and potentially have to go the Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield route where I suck here initially and I have to go prove myself at another stop down the line. So I don't know if you could just fully put it on the NIL money. I think that's a part of it. But before the NIL money, you had to go to a bad situation. These kids now don't have to go to a bad situation. They can stay.
Right. They have an option there, which is kind of neat, really.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I'm just trying to look for both sides because everyone, like you said, my argument was like everyone was kind of shitting on NIL, and it is the wild, wild west. But I was like,
it is.
Flip side is at least, one of the reasons why you were leaving because I want to get paid. Now you're getting paid. So I'm like, okay, now you are having your players that are going to be entering in the NFL draft. So I'm thinking they're going to be a little bit more developed, if you will. Same thing. I use Dante Moore as an example because he's clearly not ready. Whether I'm going to the Jets and whoever I'm going to, they're gonna make him play as opposed to developing him. Now he goes back to college, gets more money, right, or whatever, endorsements. Then he comes out, he gets the money and he gets the year. Now it's a gamble, like we talked about, right? You can get hurt, but at least I'm getting my money and I have opportunity to make even more money if everything goes well. It's a gamble either way. But
it's a big gamble. Hey, credit to him.
What JQ said, the good thing of it is it's way less of a gamble now because he's getting life-changing money.
I'll say,
and he's got a good insurance policy.
And he can stay in college, and all that. That's fantastic. And that you don't maybe not have to go to a team where you're gonna get the living shit beat out of you. Organization, the teams that are those top few teams. Those are the ones that, you don't have an offensive line, you don't have receivers, you don't have anything around you. And we've seen all these quarterbacks that we've made fun of. Yeah.
Sam Darnold,
Baker Mayfield, guys like that.
That last game left a bad taste in his mouth. And so you got to give the kid a lot of credit for saying, hey, I want to come back and I don't want to go out like that. So he's a competitor. You got to give him credit for that. That last game left a bad taste in his mouth. I mean, it is a gamble. It's not only a gamble from a getting injured standpoint. It's a gamble that his play could fall off, right? And maybe he's not even considered. So it's a risk. But give the kid credit. He left, like I said, that game left a bad taste in his mouth, and he didn't want to go out like that.
That for Sam, I would take this
whole bet on himself
in Oregon and chill out and not be a Jet.
Mm-hmm. How you spell Jets, Andre?
I love it. I'm gonna get that quote out, man. I love it, man. That's the one. Let's go. Rick Pitino, man, the hunt for 1,000 wins, man. So that's pretty impressive to get like 900 against Xavier, and he followed it with a win over Butler. He basically said 1,000 would be great. He's 73. Can he coach for another, years to get 100 more wins? That's a pretty interesting.
Yeah, he got to coach another 4 or 5 years probably to get that.
Yeah, he might have to coach 10 years because half of them gonna get vacated.
Who else has won 900 wins? Who else?
Oh man,
that was
Smith.
that That was right on.
Thank you, Gary.
They're on the roll right now, though. They've won 7 in a row, and I
Come
mean,
on.
obviously, UConn is leading the Big East. I mean, UConn's only got 1 loss, and UConn has won 16 in a row right now. So St. John's, they were preseason top 10, but they struggled, and I think they're like number 25 in the country. But they're starting to put some wins together right now. But
Yeah, another 93, and he's there.
There's about
Same.
7 coaches. There's 7 coaches, guys, who have 900 plus wins. I'm sure you guys know who they are. Who would you guess? Those others.
Dean Crum.
Krzyzewski.
Yep.
Crum.
Dean
Who?
Smith,
Crum from Louisville.
Nope, not on there. Dean's
Bobby
Smith,
Knight.
not there. Bobby Knott, yes.
Bobby, yeah, I was gonna say-
Adolph Rupp,
Nope.
Krzyzewski.
We already said him. Yep.
Dean Smith. We said him too,
Yeah.
right?
He's not on there. He's not on there. He didn't have 900.
the old UCLA coach. What the hell?
Oh, John Wooden.
John Wooden.
He's not on there either, believe it or not.
He's
No.
not.
Division
No.
One coach with 900 plus wins. I'm looking at it right
Just
now.
heard a story about John Wooden today. That's a good guess.
Keep going. Huggy Bear. Bob Huggins is on there.
Oh yeah, West Virginia. Did he?
Oh, the guy from Syracuse.
Jim Bohan.
Boeheim. Yeah.
Or Jim Boeheim.
Jim Calhoun is on there.
Yeah.
Roy
From-
Williams. Roy Williams has 903 wins.
I don't know why I didn't think that. He won at Kansas and North Carolina.
Yeah.
Bill Self is on his way.
Nice.
Um,
Those are the ones. Glenn Robinson. That's a Division 3, but that's what they have for that. That's what I had. So those are the ones that have, like,
Big House Gaines done on the list?
I'm looking at it said Division 1. Let me see here.
I didn't realize that Bob had
There's
got
a
someone
Herb
out
McKee
there. Wow.
that has 1,000. Hank Statham and a Dave Holmquist are the
Yeah,
ones that I
nobody
see.
knows. I feel like Bob Huggins was like 16 and 13 every year at West Virginia. I
Yeah.
didn't know he got to
He
that.
was on there.
I think he got his with longevity, JQ.
Yeah.
He might have, but he had a whole bunch of years where he was like 27 and 2 in Cincinnati.
Rob
Yeah,
Dean
he
Smith
coached
had
a long time though.
Yeah.
Dean Smith had 879. Adolph Ruff had 876.
He went
Rob.
did he go to
Wow.
Kansas State too?
Yeah.
Who did?
Bob Huggins, did he go to Kansas State too?
Let me
That's
see.
Did he? I don't remember in Kansas State.
He did go. Yeah, he was at Akron. He's at Walsh, Akron, Cincinnati, Kansas State, and West Virginia.
Yeah.
So he's a year younger than Rick Pitino. He can still be coaching.
41
Listen,
years.
no
I think
DUIs.
he's
will
got to
let that happen.
retire. Gee.
Well, JQ, you always say they coach better when they have some. He's like Steve Sarkisian.
But he caught him a good 3 or 4 DUIs in Cincinnati. I said, "Come on, Bob."
Mhm.
I love it. I'm excited about really quickly. Let's talk about some portal trans. If I can talk QB quarter additions that you guys will talk about, and we'll wrap up the show because I know we had a little fun tonight. We've been all over the map and everything like that too. So anything
Well,
to talk about?
the latest big one is Darian Mensah going to Miami, right? So and Mensah, we talked about Julian Singh and we talked about Arch Manning and we talked about Dante Moore, but Darian Mensah has an opportunity to be a top 10 pick in the NFL draft too, right? He had a big time year at Duke. He had a big time freshman year at Tulane. He can throw the ball. He can run it. He's gotten better, every year. So he's got an opportunity. So that's a big time get for Miami.
Losing Tony, that was crazy. Why they lose Tony, man? That's still to this day. I don't even know.
Yeah.
He might come back though. I don't think he's committed anywhere yet.
But
Has
it's good anywhere, but we'll see about that.
Who was that?
Malachi Tony. Yeah.
Who?
Malachi
Tony.
Tony.
Malachi Tony.
Oh no, he hadn't committed anywhere. No. I think he's gonna wind up back in Miami personally.
I do too. I think that was
And
a
Coleman going to Texas was big for
That's a big one from the wide receiver position for sure. Yeah, he had some big time games and with a sorry quarterback at Auburn too.
yeah.
And so that's a big time
You
get.
gonna have a sorry quarterback in Texas.
Oh,
Well, Arch did start to turn the table a little bit in the last 5 games, so we'll see.
I like Justin
Yeah.
Hayes for Georgia Tech too. That was a good pickup for us too.
Yeah. Of
Maybe
course,
Speaker.
LSU got Sam Levitt, but he's coming off a Liz Frank injury, so he won't be able to play in the spring. So LSU probably won't see him until the fall. So we got to see how that works out.
Yeah.
And then of course You got Drew Mistermaker from North Texas going to Oklahoma State.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Money.
He was coming into a new conference looking at probably being the best quarterback in the conference. North Texas had a great team. Now he's got a new head coach, a new OC, new
Well, he's
receiver.
following his coach.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize the North Texas coach jumped.
Yeah, he left to go to Oklahoma State. He's following his coach.
Okay.
Yeah, and you got Rocco Beck going from Iowa State to Penn State, following his coach too. So that's an interesting one. Yeah.
Sorsby went from Cincinnati to Texas Tech.
Ooh.
I paid him all that money. I watched Cincinnati play. I said, "Why? What did you see that I didn't?" I'm sorry.
Was Mistermaker or Sorsby?
Cincinnati though, JQ. Who'd you got once you got rid of Sorsby?
I watched Sorsby make some shitty throws and be bad. It didn't matter what was happening. It was him. It had nothing to do with what was going on around him. It was him. Do you know what Texas Tech? What's one dude's name that played awful in that game against Oregon?
Oh shit! I can see his face. I know you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorsby gonna do the same thing.
Wow, the Red Raiders.
And that jump either. I
mean, it's
make a
the
lot of
Wild West. Everyone's jumping around for money and whatnot and opportunities, and
Yeah.
it's interesting to see.
Darian Sorsby, Darian Mintz going to be on Sunday Night Football, Tulane, Duke, and Miami.
Yeah, all the schools. Listen, playing for the.
It's a new age.
I mean,
Andre, one of your topics was Jayson Tatum.
Yeah,
whether he's coming back this year or not. Do the Boston Celtics really, with the way they're playing right now, do the Celtics actually need him back this year?
They're second in the East. They're second in the East. They don't really need to rush him back.
He's been having a great season. He moved into that starting role. He's been playing his ass off. Would Tatum coming back really help them at this point in any way? Or
if they want to win a championship, they'll need Tatum. They won't win a championship without Tatum.
No,
$300 million, you better get his ass back on the court and play some basketball.
On NBA Prime, he said he wasn't.
Yeah, that's what I just read too, that he's saying, I know. And coming back from an Achilles in basketball, boy, that's a tough go.
And he got hurt in the playoffs too. You got to keep that in mind. Like Kyrie Irving's was like in March or something like that, and Tatum's was like in May or close to June. So, that's tough for him to be able to make it back.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't him and Halliburton sitting there getting paid $58 million this year to sit on the side and watch their teams play and drink Mai Tais. No, it ain't hard.
But I don't think Boston is going to lose anything by not having him
You
play.
know what? You're right, JQ. I could suffer through that. I could suffer through that.
Rich, they did say that Tatum was openly worried about integrating in a team that already has a winning identity, because we pretty much thought the East was at one point wide open because of what happened with the Pacers and the Celtics, and everyone had a shot, and that's proven to be not who wants to take that opportunity, right?
But the Celtics are playing great. Why screw with it?
Yeah. But I don't think they can win a championship though without Tatum. I think, they're number 3 in the East right now. But once you get into the playoffs, you can't do it with one star. You have to have 2 to 3 stars in the playoffs in order for you to win a championship. Detroit's got the best record in the East right now. And I even wonder, can they win a title? Because Kate Cunningham has been outstanding. Right? But do they have a second guy that can get them buckets on a regular basis? And you need that. Now, Jalen Durant has improved his game big time, right? He's got himself a bag in a low post that he didn't have on last year, and he's a great defender, and he's a great rebounder. But can he be a legit scorer on a regular basis? You need that in the playoffs if you're going to win a championship.
It's not just the scoring. What people don't understand, and why I think it's hard sometimes for people to get behind the NBA, is because you see things happen because you play another team that's playing 4 games, 4 games in 6 days. They're on the back to back. So when you catch them, and you can get a breath in the schedule where you just start to get hot. And I feel like it overinflates what you have happening. To Rob's point, when a team is only focused on you and only you for this whole week and a half over these 7 games, and you got just Jaylen Brown, you're gonna need Jayson Tatum's ass back out there. What they're doing, fuck the Celtics, because
by the time they get to that second and third game, they know every damn thing you're throwing out. So it's just who's got the talent and who can get those buckets. That's when those stars shine.
We're talking about it's all about matchups, though. It's all about matchups, though, right? That's what we're talking about, right? Because certain teams are built to be a certain way. Like the Minnesota Timberwolves, like we were trying to beat Denver. They couldn't beat nobody else but Denver. Congrats, you beat Denver, then you lost. That was it. So, and then the way that
just went through that.
What'd you say? But then the way OKC is built, OKC can beat anyone. They can be up now. One team that gives them trouble is the Spurs, though. But OKC,
I think the team that comes out of the West is going to win it because you look at OKC, they got multiple guys that can get buckets. The Spurs, Stephon Castle might already be a top 25 player in the game. Yeah. The way he's a two-way player too. Yeah. And then when Jokic is healthy, the Nuggets got multiple players that can score. The Rockets, shucks, even the Lakers got Luka and Austin Reeves, right? When he's healthy. So as good as this Detroit Pistons team is, I just wonder, do they have that second score in the playoffs?
Right.
We ain't gonna say it because nobody wants to talk about it.
3 teams, I think, out of the West.
The Philadelphia 76ers, you're gonna mess around, let them get, if they stay healthy, you're gonna mess around, let them get in the playoffs, they're gonna be a problem in the East.
They are.
Yeah, Paul George played like he was 25 years old the other night. I couldn't believe it.
That's not gonna happen all the time, Rob. That's not gonna happen all the time, Rob.
And McCain and Holcomb, man, you got 5 dudes right there. If Philadelphia stays healthy, and I know that you might as well take your money outside and set it on fire. But if Philadelphia stays healthy with what they have assembled, look out.
I'm gonna tell you another team in the East you got to look out for: the Cleveland Cavs. Lately, they've started to play like they did last year. Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, and they got guys that can come off the bench and shoot it. Max Strus, and they're starting to play very well. They're 8-2 in the last 10 games.
And they blew my Lakers out the other day.
Mm-hmm. They're another team to watch in the East. They starting to get hot.
The top 3.
You know they don't fold in the second round like they always fold.
Come on, man. You've been watching hockey, man.
You know,
Gary, give me top 3 and then go
fold in the second round like they always do. You know they are.
So your top 3 out of the West.
My top 3 out of the West are obviously OKC, Denver, and Houston.
Houston, not the Spurs?
Not Spurs?
Yeah, Spurs. God, they're good too. Man, the West is stacked. Yeah, I got to say this. I'll take the Spurs. I'll take OKC.
Minnesota's number 7, man.
Yeah, Phoenix is over them. That's crazy. But it's like
Denver may be the 4th best team in the West.
Minnesota will be number 4 in the East if they were in the East.
Yeah, that's how.
Yeah, listen, that West ain't no pump.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What were you going to say, Rich, as we wrap this up?
I said even Portland's showing signs of life. They ran into a little rough spot. Avila had a sore back, and they got pummeled a couple of games. But that Klingon, that guy he's a machine out there. But when Avila's healthy, Portland can beat anybody in the league. And they've been showing signs last 10, 15 games. Portland could wind up in the playoffs. I mean, they're the dark horse to make the playoffs, but they could wind up giving somebody some trouble out there.
I'm going to tell you a team y'all don't want to see in the Western Conference, man, is the Clippers. 9-1 in their last 10 games. All of a sudden, they putting it together.
Yeah.
They always do that because they always come in injured and fat, and then they figure it out.
Are the Knicks trading your boy? Are they going to trade who's guy keeps flopping? Damn it, I can't think of his name right now. I see his face.
Carl Anthony Towns.
Towns Cat, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is he getting traded?
Yep.
Okay.
If they can get Giannis, yeah. I mean, they could win with Mitchell Robinson at center. Mitchell Robinson don't need to score, man. All he needs to do is rebound and block shots, and he does a really good job at that.
Defense, I think Cat is. I don't even think it has to be Giannis. It might be somebody else you ain't even thought of.
Really? Really? Okay.
Man, when that dude fell down and flopped and stayed on the floor, and they went the other way and scored, and he came back and he missed the other shot, the Knicks was done with him that night. Like they can never.
Oh, yes.
I was like,
You know exactly what play I'm talking about. They was done with him that night. They ain't been shit since then.
yeah,
I still don't think they trade him unless it's Giannis.
that's hilarious to me.
There's always a dark horse or something else to happen. I think they feel like, hey man, we can't have Jalen and Cat together because ain't neither one of these motherfuckers gonna play defense.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
Ryan Jalen, Cat too soft. Let's let Mitchell play and get some things. The problem is they traded 5 first-round picks from Mikal Bridges.
That's
Mikal Bridges must have the best agent and PR person in the world because that should be leading all the talk.
Yeah.
Giannis will probably go to the damn Lakers.
Oh, he talking firing some
Dude,
shots.
Orlando traded 4 first-round picks for Desmond Bain.
That's what we talking about.
Yeah, but at least you feel like you look at Orlando and they still playing decent ball. Like Desmond Bain played good when Pollard was out. Like that's not been bad. Mikal Bridges has been an absolute dumpster fire for the Knicks.
Yeah, that was a crazy trade. I still think JQ whenever Anthony Davis was running and then they throw the ball and he ran straight to the bench. They were on a fast break. The dude like had a hamstring pull and he runs to the bench. He didn't even check himself out. He just started running straight to the bench.
Yeah, no, listen, it's bad. My dude fell down when he played
That was how it should be.
Shot.
Oh,
I
man.
said, "Oh no, Cat. Oh no."
Yeah. That's why they got rid of Thibodeau. They what's called accountability. They want to play defense. Anyway.
Yeah.
Let's
But one thing I do like about that Knicks team, I like the pace they playing at with Mike Brown. They're playing at, to me, a much faster pace, more exciting brand of basketball than they were under Thibodeau.
They got to because he ain't playing no defense. You got to outscore him.
Exactly. They're number 2 in the East. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been fun. Did we all agree to Tuesday night next week, or is that just Gary and I?
Yeah,
Huh?
be good. What did you say,
Tuesday
JQ?
be all right for you?
This be good.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back on Tuesday night. We coming out on a pitcher's 3 days rest. So we'll be back on Tuesday night. So you definitely want to be tuning in. Next week we'll have our Super Bowl predictions. So you definitely want to tune in on next week and get ready for the show. And we'll be back. We want to hear from y'all in Seattle, San Francisco, where the game is being played, or San Jose, Levi Stadium. Want to hear from y'all in the New England area. Hey, we want to hear from people in New England about Bill Belichick, too. Dial in on next Tuesday night. Follow us on Talking Sports for the 12th Man, our Facebook page. You'll see what time we're going to have the show. And we'll be at you on Tuesday night. Good night, everyone.
I do not want the New England fans to call in because that man Gary was mad at him after about Bill Belichick earlier. We're not going to do that no more.
Seattle going to win the bowl.
Listen,
Thank you guys for having me on the show again. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. Thank you.
We appreciate you, Rich. Like I said,
Thanks, Rich. Thanks for being on.
Sometimes there's a lot of opinions, so we don't get a chance to get everyone. That's what makes it a little tough. A lot of us, but, we appreciate.
I can't wait for the Bengals Steelers week to have you and JQ both on.
Oh, yeah. That'll be fun.
Man,
Yeah, that'll be.
McCarthy
who's going to score points?
screwing up the timeouts. Oh, that's going to be fun.
That's like the old days when the Saints and the Falcons were battling for first place in the division, but we at the bottom now. So Andre and I used to go at it.
Steelers.
We're still 8-9. Damn it! Come on, man.
Seriously. Good night.
One win. Can I get one win? Can I get one win? One win. Can I get one win?
Where am I at for 10 cents?
We coming for y'all next year. We got a quarterback now.
Oh my goodness.
Gary, how's your mom?
You know, she's getting stronger. She's doing okay.
Good.
You're down.
Just wanted to get an update in there before the show
Yeah,
closed.
she's
All right, gentlemen. Have a great week. Text coming. Keep flying, man. Much prayers to the family, everyone. Have a good one, guys.
Good night.